Hello everyone, I am Bob.
I'm Carrie.
And this is 25 Plus Life. And today, Carrie, we find ourselves back in the Smoky Mountains.
It's a beautiful place.
We are in the Smoky Mountains National Forest. And here we are in what's called Daisy Town. And according to the little information here, Daisy Town represents the early traces of local tourism and the birth of the national park idea in the East. So what they're doing is they're taking these little buildings and they're redoing them one by one. And what I thought was pretty cool is we were come up on these. I wanted to take you guys inside along with my beautiful bride here. And we're going to check out some of the places that are now open. I had to watch out. I'm having a thing with ice this weekend. But here is one of the buildings, and you get to see for yourself. These are open to visitors, so we're not, just trespassing or anything like that. Just make that clear. But the amount of restoration work that's gone into these, I thought would be pretty interesting to see, especially if you're into rustic cabins and stuff of that nature. But imagining what these places were at one time, and so we go into here. This appears to be the kitchen, and yeah, there's a rough electrical system set up. I say rough, but wow, look at the views. Absolutely amazing. We were in the middle of a freak snowstorm here in the end of March, but just the amount of craftsmanship that's gone into restoring this is wow, crazy. There's more buildings here, almost like a bathroom that they've locked up. But yeah, it's I'll try to find some information about these buildings and I'll link them in the video description. See if this is open, but you can see in there that would be the toilet and the shower stall. But yeah, if I can find some more information on these buildings, I will definitely link them below in the video description, which reminds me, it's that part of the video. If you happen to see anything here that you're interested in or that you found particularly useful, we ask that you take a moment and hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications, and we'll let you know when we upload a video, which is typically every Sunday morning around 8 a.m. Eastern time. We try to have content of different things. We don't typically do these types of videos where we're touring abandoned buildings and old buildings, but sometimes I like doing more than a little campground review. But we're going to take you into this one. This one here, smash your steps with it.
Yep.
And let's see, no screen. Well, we're going to open the door anyway. But just to see the level of care that was put back into these buildings. And hopefully the camera picks that up. It's the old glass and the way it etches through. But there's quite a few of these buildings that are not open for the public because they're considered unstable structures. But the ones that are flagged, and they have your old toilet and clawfoot tub. And this will be the kitchen area here. And again, off in the distance, out there, you can hear the running water. This looks like a nice little deck area. Some of the flooring creaking underneath my feet. And these are all marked as open. These are all marked as open and available for walking through. There is no charge for this, but they do ask it. Make a little donation for the Friends of the Smokies. But other than that, yeah, these have all been reopened. You see us parked out there. But yeah, really nice. And you have another fireplace that, unfortunately, there's somebody who, always got to be somebody who vandalizes something. But yeah, these old style buildings are remarkable. Just the amount of work that not only went into the structures to begin with, but the restoration. I think I want to check out this brown one up here. We'll probably do a couple more and then we're going to head back on the road.
Well, see, here's the thing.
And we're going to have to try to get the missus down the steps.
Oh boy.
The struggle is real, folks. The older we get.
Icy.
Well, we're going to walk straight up this path
cool.
here. And, you know, the sad part is, we know.
Not so much old. I have sneakers on and I'm not prepared for this.
We do have
my mistake.
micro spikes in the car. We do have our hiking boots
in the car,
which is right behind us. But that would make too much sense for what we do. This is probably the most interesting one for me, as this is very cabin-esque. And whereas the other ones tend to take on like a cottage feel, this here has a very strong cabin vibe. So we're going to check this out. And wow. Now if I was building, this is it right here. This is what I would build. Look at this. Look at the roof. All wood.
Wow.
Stone fireplace. This is the real deal right here. There'll be a bedroom, in-wall heater. These rival, you ever seen the cabins they do in Maine? Was it Cabin Masters? Is that the show that's on the television?
So I'm not going to go any further because the bottom of the shoes are like ice skates.
All right, I will venture on and see. It's another little restroom there, which is kind of hard to see. And I think because of people being silly gooses, they need to lock these down so that they don't leave surprises. A little bed. This here used to be a place to washroom. And we'll go up here, backside here, and yeah, we'll come around here, another out room, which is really amazing. But yeah, the amount of work, and just this old glass, really, really cool. And then we'll come back to the other side, and boom, we find Carrie. So we're going to do this one, and we're going to cover, there's one more across the street we're going to go into. Carrie thinks we can't do it, but
no,
you know, like they tell her,
be a little slow.
like they tell her, Finding Nemo, just keep swimming. And we're going to get across the street, and we're going to make this happen. Now, she thinks she can do these things on her own. She just can't. You know?
I can.
Oh, she can't. See, I told you. Sometimes you just got to challenge her. And then we'll come down here and see if we can get your
This might be a little
balance
tricky.
here. Here we go. And now this one here is number 5. And this here is another one that is structure is open to visitors, which is nice. And this has like a little outbuilding over here that I might go jump into for a second. But back into number 5. This would be more of a, I would call this more of a cottage, but just the way how the structure has settled over the years is like a downward ramp here. But it's pretty cool. All solid wood doors, like everything is solid.
That's beautiful.
This is, so like all this was built, and when it was built to last, and it's nice to see them restoring these to their former glory. Another clawfoot tub. If I had to guess, I'd say 50s, 60s plumbing based on the bathroom style, the toilet and stuff of that nature. But yeah, this is pretty crazy. Your backyard here, and yeah, it's off to your neighbors to the right, and yeah, we'll go back in through here.
These built-ins are adorable.
That's crazy. And the thing is, I don't see other heat sources.
Sink or something?
Yeah, it looks like a washer dryer or something like that, hookups. I don't see a lot of heat sources in these places. There was one that we were just in that had like some kind of gas furnace on the side. And oh, there's one more room I missed, sorry. Like a pretty big size room. So back to the heat, there's some, other than the fireplace, was really no other heat sources in these places, which I don't know if that was because they were only seasonal properties or what the deal is. Hang tight for 1 second, Carrie. I'm just going to go over here and check out this little outbuilding, because this to me is pretty cool. And it looks like there's caution tape there, so I'm not going to go in. But this is just a small little, looking like a little hunter's shack. And yeah, but a little fire ring over here. The snow's coming off the trees. That there looks like a gutter system. So like for water to run away. Looks like it was added after. But there's one more building. I'm gonna go down here and take a left. And I'm gonna try to do this before the battery in the GoPro dies. But yeah, if I haven't mentioned already, I'm gonna take a moment. Did I mention subscribe to the channel?
Yes, please.
I forget to do that from time to time. And then I catch flack from Carrie because, hey, she likes subscribers.
I do.
And we always like to see people join the community as we go. There's one that here that I thought was pretty cool, which is this wood building back here. So we'll take a look at that. And Daisy Towns, and that was it. It is like solid inch of ice on that. So again, I'll link below in the video description. But it is so nice to see these buildings be restored. So we've seen what they call ghost towns up in the Adirondacks that unfortunately weren't saved, that would have been equally as beautiful. This here, wow, this did not disappoint at all. Look at this. This is crazy. Really nice. You can just picture yourself just coming back from a nice hike, hanging out by the fire.
Ouch.
A couch over here, some rough electrical. It's crazy. And then you got another outbuilding here. And yeah. Wow. This is one that if you're in the Smoky Mountains National Park, and there's a bunch of one-way roads that bring you out here, and it's called Daisy Town. And it's definitely worth the few minutes to walk through these buildings and check out the amount of work that not only went into the original construction, but also the follow-up rebuild. So with that, I think this is where we're going to end the video here. And we thank you for watching, and we will catch you next Sunday.